This isn't my tip. This is something that I've just seen on YouTube, and there's probably a number of people doing stuff like this. But once in a while, I like to make my own video so I can remember myself instead of going back to their page to check it out. So I can't take credit for this, but anyways, it's about making pipes. Easy way to make pipes. And let's say I want to make a pipe that goes down, through this little gully thing here and up over here and up and out through that hole. With the old way of using a cylinder and maybe a torus for the connecting piece of the elbow, it can be a real hassle. So an easy way to do it is to do something like this. So I'm going to come in here, and let's say I want it to start right there. So I'd select that edge, Shift S, cursor selected, so I can bring in my object right over there. Okay, and what I'm going to bring in is actually going to make this thing unselectable, so I can't move this. I could rotate around though. I'm going to bring in a plane. I'm going to edit mode, vertex, and I'm going to Alt-M collapse those vertices. So I've got just one vertex right here. I'll bring it up just a little bit, and that's what I'm going to use. All right, so I'm going to go E, and then I'm going to move it down here, and then I'm going to go E, and I'm going to go over to here. I'm going to have some problems when my extrusions are very close together, so we'll have a look at that in a bit. E, and I'm going to come over to here, and now I'm going to, let's pull back a little bit, E, and I'm going to come up in the Z. I'm going to go down here, so I want my pipe to sort of be on top of this thing, and then maybe I'll make it come down here and up there. All right, I'll come over to here, I'll come down close to the ground, and then I'll go across, and then I'll come up. This is very quick to here, and then we'll go out the window. Okay, so that's what I have. Right, so we'll select everything, and here's what you do. You go Control B as if you're going to bevel this, Control B, and you'll see the dotted line in the cross. Just click to accept it, and then press F6 to bring up the options, or you can look at them over. I don't want to move my mouse. Over in the side. Well, the options are visible right there on the side, and I'm going to choose vertex only, and I want maybe 4 or 5 segments. I'll go with 5. And as I pull this, you'll start to see, you'll start to see them showing up there. All right, now this is the area of difficulty here. So I'm going to actually leave it at that, but what I'm going to do is they're so close to crossing over, so I'm going to actually get rid of a few points down here. And I'll get rid of this, get rid of this, I'll get rid of this, and I'll just join these up again. All right, it might not be super smooth. Oh, I got an issue here. I'm going to get rid of this one, and maybe I'll get rid of that one, and I'll just join these. Okay, so I've got all my points. I could actually delete some of these if I really wanted to. Maybe we'll go with that and we'll see how it looks. So I've got that now, and then what I do is I go back into object mode. Looks nice and smooth, and I go Alt C. I'm going to convert this to a curve. All right, now I've got the curve panel here. Just click on the curve panel, choose full, and a depth maybe 0.03. Let's try that. It might be too much, but we'll see. Bring up the resolution, maybe 3 or so. Have a look at this. I might have to adjust the positioning a little bit. Make sure I'm not going through any solid objects. Did I go into the wall? That looks actually fine there. So let's say I'm okay with that thickness and everything. I'm going to go Alt C, and I'm going to convert it to a mesh, and then I'm going to add subdivision surface. I'll go with 2, and smoothing, and there you go. There's my pipe, easily made with all kinds of weird angles. you know, that's a little bit thick. You know, you might not like that. And then the other thing you can do then is you can go into it and face select mode is easiest. Wherever these elbows are, I can select these areas. So I'll select some of them. Don't all have to be done at the same time. I'll do a few of them at the same time. Nope. Maybe I'll do all of them. This one's a little bit weird, so I'll leave that off for a moment and go E to extrude. And then because they're going in all different directions, I mean, what am I extruding, the Y or the X or the Z? Instead, go Alt S, and that's going to help make them scale. It says I've extruded, and I'm going to scale them now. That's what I should have said earlier, on along their individual normals, whatever they might be all over the place. So I'm going to try 0.02. No, maybe I still do it, or did I lose that? I lost it. Okay, so I'm going to go Alt S 0.01. I'm just going to accept that. And you know, sometimes when they're too close, those points, things will cross over and it'll get all weird. This looks okay. You just have to be careful about that. So I've got that, so I could leave it. I'll show you what that looks like. So it's made the little elbows. Again, some of them look kind of pinched. I think that looks kind of cute. It's a little bit more organic looking. You may or may not like that, but then you can just come in and you know, add some edge loops to tighten things up. So I'm just going to go around and add edge loops at pretty much all of these. Or maybe I'll just do this, you know, this section of it to make it a little bit quicker. Just to have a look at what that's doing to it. It's starting to tighten it up compared to the to that look over there. Oh, God's name just happened. Okay. So you can do that, and sorry, you can also, of course, because it's sub D, come in and put one there and here, right? Now it's tight, but they'll fit, and they'll adjust to the curvature. Nope, not that thing. There and there. Oh, that's not what I want. On here. Here. Get this guy on there. I mean, if you were using a cylinder and pulling around toruses and trying to line them up, it would probably look more mechanical. Which is a great look, and I've done that before, but this is a quick way to do it, and I'll show you another thing in just a minute. Let's see if I can fix this one up a bit. No, so let's just maybe put another one in and see if I can clean that up. And one more, and then we'll have a look at what it's looking like now. Okay. So that's what it looks like now. You could still do something like, go in here and let's say to 2 of these, scale in the X to make them closer. Something like that, let's say. Zoom in. Face select mode, grab those faces, Shift D, P to make a selection. So grab that and then go E, scale, Shift X. Always not grabbing it. Scale, Shift X. No, then grab it. Oh, do that first. Scale, Shift X. To do that, I'm building that ring, and then I'll do one at a time. Maybe put a face on there, and this one, put a face on there, and then that's okay. Put an edge loop there, and an edge loop there, and I could now just pull this down. And I'll just scale Shift X. If you wanted that end piece, I mean, you would have to go through this anyhow with the piece of the torus that you connect to the cylinder, and you'd have to be orienting. Some of them, of course, are in the right orientations right away, like all these sort of horizontal ones. You could do kind of quickly. You just get the right size of this one. Okay, rotate Z90. This, you'd have to be doing this. Anyhow, you'd probably be doing it in wireframe and trying to line it up nicely, which is something that I should be doing, but I'll do that. Okay, scale Shift Y now. Like I say, you could go through and do all those caps, but I mean, it's a lot quicker to do pipes this way, and you get a relatively nice looking pipe, and you can cover all kinds of weird angles. So once again, I just wanted to share that. It's not my tip at all, but it's just this way I can remember that next time I need to do that, I'll probably do it this way. All right.